When the final bell rang at North Central High School, it marked the start of the weekend. However, dozens of students stayed on campus to have an honest and at times uncomfortable conversation about race. They stayed to watch the movie The Hate U Give. It tells the story of a black student growing up in a poor neighborhood but attending a predominantly white prep school. The main character loses her best friend in a police shooting. Brand new on Nightside, Kyle Simchuk brings us perspective from students and organizers. And Kyle, North Central is now the third high school in Spokane to host this discussion.
We have a Spokane public school employee who organized this says the idea came following an incident at Ferris High School last January. Several students claimed a school resource officer used excessive force against a black student involved in an argument. That officer later resigned voluntarily. Now, the purpose of the discussion was to bring students with different backgrounds to the same table to talk about the reality of race in Spokane and their school. Students shared some of their own stories of fitting into a predominantly white community. It was a chance for students to connect with peers they normally wouldn't talk to.
If you looked around the room, you would see that it was not all students of color, that you had a lot of white students, again, that participated in it. And that's what makes this conversation, I think, more productive. It's not just people of color kind of venting to one another.
I think it's important because our schools are not diverse at all. I think it's important to have this movie nights and have this discussion about racial inequality inside our schools, especially inside the community.
I would definitely watch it again, and I thought it was pretty great, and I definitely think that we need more events like this.
And this event, called Courageous Conversations, was also held at Rogers and Ferris High School earlier this year. In studio, I'm Kyle Simchuk, KXLY 4 Nightside.